How about 7-time Jimmie Johnson brings it home third? His best finish in this next-gen car by a lot, Jimmy. And smiles all around. How good does this one feel for you?
This feels incredible, and I have emotions that I didn't expect to have.
What if we told you the most dominant NASCAR driver of the 2000s just redefined his legacy outside of the stock car world? Jimmie Johnson, the 7-time Cup Series champion, isn't just a legend behind the wheel, he's becoming a global motorsports icon, blending his legacy with fresh chapters that few saw coming. And if you're dreaming of stepping into the world of racing, his recent moves offer more than inspiration. They reveal the mindset and lessons that make champions. Jimmie Johnson's journey hasn't slowed down since stepping away from full-time NASCAR competition. If anything, he's been pushing even harder, whether it's dominating historic races in vintage cars, teaming up with sports icons like Tom Brady, or offering game-changing advice to future racers. Johnson's post-NASCAR career has been a masterclass in evolution. Jimmie Johnson will drive the IndyCar 2-seater at the Indianapolis 500 later this month, and his passenger will be none other than NFL great Tom Brady. Let's break down the story, because each twist reveals something new about one of racing's most relentless figures. First, let's talk about Johnson's electric return to the Goodwood Revival in 2024. This wasn't just a casual appearance, it was a full-on takeover. He competed in 3 high-profile races, proving that his talent isn't confined to NASCAR's ovals. The standout moment? The Sterling Moss Memorial Trophy. Piloting a 1960 Aston Martin DB 4GT lightweight alongside IndyCar legend Dario Franchitti, Johnson didn't just show up, he won. And it wasn't a smooth ride either. After a spin in a rainy practice session landed the car into the barriers, most doubted the duo would make the grid. But they bounced back, repaired the damage, and stormed from 4th to 1st in a commanding drive that had fans completely shocked. It was vintage Jimmie, resilient, composed, and ruthless on the track. But he wasn't done in the St. Mary's Trophy, racing a thunderous 1963 Ford Galaxy with Gregor Fiskin. Johnson clawed his way from 21st to 8th in one heat, helping the team finish 3rd overall. And in the prestigious RACTT celebration, an event packed with legends like Tom Christensen and Emmanuel Pirro, Johnson held his own in a Cobra Le Mans coupe, showing he belongs in any racing arena, any era. That kind of versatility is rare. Most drivers are defined by their discipline. Johnson, he's breaking the mold. While Jimmie was carving up the British countryside, he was also laying down wisdom for the next generation of racers. In a feature with Carvana Racing, Johnson shared 7 powerful lessons that go way beyond racing. They're life principles that apply to anyone with ambition. The first tip, keep your grades up and your behavior sharp. It's classic advice, but coming from a guy with 7 NASCAR titles, it hits differently. Johnson emphasizes that your reputation starts early, and keeping your parents and mentors on your side is crucial when chasing big dreams. Second, understand your gear. Johnson says knowing the car inside and out isn't optional, it's essential. You don't have to be a mechanic, but you need to speak the language. Being able to explain how your car feels could be the edge that gets you noticed by a top team. Then there's safety. It might sound obvious, but Johnson's 3rd rule is all about taking it seriously. Respecting the dangers of the sport is what separates the amateurs from the professionals. He's seen it all, and he knows that cutting corners on safety can end careers, or worse. His 4th tip, build relationships at the track. Racing isn't just about speed, it's about who you know. Johnson talks about the power of community in motorsports. A conversation in the paddock can turn into a sponsorship deal or an unexpected opportunity. It's a reminder that humility and connection go a long way. Number 5 is preparation. This is where Johnson's mindset truly shines. He doesn't just show up, he studies. From simulation training to analyzing track layouts, he treats every race like a test. And for those aspiring to follow in his footsteps, that kind of discipline is non-negotiable. 6. Celebrate your wins, but stay humble. In Johnson's words, sometimes all it takes is a smile and a wave. You don't need to flex to prove you're the best. Let the results speak, and always respect your rivals. And finally, consistency. It's not about peaking once, it's about showing up every time. Johnson explains that in racing, as in life, the people who last are the ones who perform steadily over time. He didn't win 7 titles by accident. It was his ability to stay focused year after year that set him apart. While these tips resonate deeply, Johnson's recent appearances on the global stage show he's not just talking, he's living it. Take the upcoming 2025 Indianapolis 500. Johnson isn't racing in the main event this time, but he's playing a starring role. He's set to drive Tom Brady, the NFL legend himself, in the ceremonial fastest seat in sports experience. That's right, 2 GOATs, 1 car hurtling down the iconic Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's the kind of crossover moment that only Motorsports can deliver, and Johnson is right at the center of it. "I love the Indy 500. Johnson said, "There is an energy and excitement around the 500 that is unlike anything I have experienced before. This kind of visibility isn't random. Johnson knows that staying relevant means evolving. While others fade after their prime, he's stepping into new roles, building bridges across sports, and keeping his brand sharp. And yet, even amid these headline moments, Johnson hasn't lost his edge. He's still a racer, through and through. He's not showing up for photo ops. He's competing, learning, and adding to his legacy with every lap. That's what makes his story so compelling. Jimmie Johnson isn't just a champion from the past. He's a blueprint for the future. Whether he's battling for position in a vintage Aston Martin or mentoring the next big name in NASCAR, he's always pushing forward. Johnson is the only driver in NASCAR Cup Series history to win 5 consecutive championships, bettering the previous best mark set by NASCAR Hall of Famer Cale Yarborough's 3 straight titles from 1976 to 1978. And if there's one thing fans and young drivers alike can take from his journey, it's this: greatness isn't a moment, it's a mindset. Jimmie Johnson's evolution shows us that you don't have to be stuck in one lane. You can win, pivot, grow, and keep breaking new ground. He's not chasing trophies anymore. He's chasing legacy, and in doing so, he's rewriting what it means to be a motorsports icon. So if you're sitting at home dreaming of racing glory, don't just watch Johnson's highlights, study his habits. Think about the hours behind the scenes, the relationships he's built, and the way he handles both victory and setback. Because the next Jimmie Johnson isn't going to come from luck. It's going to come from grit, growth, and relentless drive. And if you follow his lead, who knows? Maybe one day someone will be writing about your legacy. Stay ready. The green flag could drop at any moment. If you're chasing big dreams like Jimmie Johnson, remember, it all starts with the right mindset. Hit that like button if you're feeling inspired, subscribe for more behind-the-scenes racing stories, and drop a comment below. Which of Jimmie's 7 tips do you think is the most important? Let's talk.